been taking prescription drugs to get high, and then decide to drive to another friend's house because you are disoriented. You swerve to the other lane and hit an oncoming car. The accident is bad, and you are taken to the hospital.
Drinking date rape, so it sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
And right now I'm at the party.
Prescription drugs to get high. Sounds like a good idea.
Right?
All right. Come on over here. Have a lay down, man. I'll hold that shit once lay down. Huh? Prescription overdose. Yeah.
All right. So, to go over pills. Mom and Dad find you unresponsive in your room with pills all around you. Who knows how long you've been unresponsive? Could be 5 seconds, could be 5 hours. With that being said, you probably haven't had some oxygen to your brain for quite a while. We're going to arrive on scene, we're going to put an airway, and to hold your tongue out of the way. Then we're going to stick this big tube down your throat to help you breathe. This is what it looks like.
And remember, so like this might not look like that bad. This is where your teeth go. So the rest of this is down your throat.
Alright, so that would be like a 0.17 to a 0.20 blood level.
Alright.
Alcohol in your system. So, you want to try to catch this? Is your left hand next? Alright, and you try to walk the street side.
So you talked or pressured this girl into having sex with you. Well, she goes and makes a complaint, and then the following morning we come and arrest you for sexual assault, and we take you to jail. But first of all, before we go to jail, we're going to take you to the ER to have evidence collected. So I am taking the custody because up at the emergency room, detective will be up there, and as the ER staff collects evidence, he'll take possession. So we'll come right over here.
Okay, Danny. So when you come into the emergency room, you'll usually be accompanied by a police escort. You'll be handcuffed. When you get into your room as someone who's been accused of sexual assault, we would put a plastic sheet on the floor. We would ask you to undress completely, taking off your underwear, including socks and shoes, everything. That goes onto the plastic sheet. We would wrap it up, and that becomes part of evidence in the sexual assault case. After that, we would put on a gown, which looks like that. I don't know if you've had a hospital gown on before. You're completely naked underneath it, except it opens in your back. So that's what you would be wearing right now. So if you take a seat, Danton, we will begin.
Fingernails, we're going to collect in case there's any kind of skin cells or anything under there. Like that.
And I'm going to get a DNA sample from a cheek swab. So if you open your mouth and just brush each cheek, and that gets added to the collection.
Get any kind of fibers, anything that may have been left behind as evidence, okay?
I'm going to fingerprint you to also add to the evidence kit here, but we'll just do one finger. Okay, just right on the paper there. There we go. We do that to all of your fingers.
You know, if you're convicted, the scenario here says that you get jail time and probation, okay? Well, that takes into consideration that you probably don't have a prior record, that the judge is taking into consideration you're a high school student, your age, some of your other characteristics, and basically giving you a break and not sending you to prison for, 5, 10, 15 years. I mean, first-degree sexual assault is a sentence that can go up to 40 years in prison, depending on the facts. Second-degree sexual assault is up to 25 years in prison. So, I mean, they're very serious charges.
What are your intentions to do about this life that you took?
To do as best I can to get it better. To do my probation, do my jail time. When I get out, try and get a job.
You know it's going to follow you everywhere it goes. Every time you fill out an application, if it says on there, have you ever been charged with a felony, you're going to put yes. What do you think the chances are going to be?
I'm not going to get a job.
It's going to be real hard.
It's going to be
Real hard. Yeah, it is. You're going to really prove yourself.
See, I'm having a problem here on many different levels. First of all, the fact that you got wasted enough to do that, or the fact that you would even do that, whether you were wasted or not, would just cause me to be very, very concerned about what kind of person you truly are. Okay? There's nothing good here, is there? I guarantee you, if this were you in a real scenario, we have butted heads and we have clashed numerous times over things. My guess is you've been in trouble in school for picking on other kids. My guess is there are a lot of girls who won't talk to you anymore. Correct?
drug overdose and killed a couple people. My second time through, I had a party, went drunk driving, and hurt a bunch of my friends, not myself. Went to jail both times.
Will this make you think differently about your choices?
Well, of course. Like, why wouldn't it?
Alright. How did you feel about this entire experience?
It was pretty cool. It was a good scenario, a good way to actually personally experience it.
Alright.
I really enjoyed it and had fun doing it, and it's really a good experience to have, to know more effects of drinking, like can be caused, not just like hangover and being drunk, all that stuff. Really good experience. Glad I participated in it.
Alright. Did you enjoy the parents you had?
They seemed really strict, and better get it from them than from my parents. So.
Do you think this is going to affect your choices?
I'm not really into going out and partying, but I mean, if I do end up going and doing that stuff, I will know to be careful if I do go out.
Oh, wow.
Next intersection, turn right.
You know, before you were texting, you were doing pretty well. And I would say while texting, your ability to drive went way down.
Turn to you.